I don't want to get jizzed on.
If you had to fuck a dog, what breed are you going?
You and fucking dogs is a recurring like joke. I'm worried about it.
I think I may throw this bottle at your head if you disagree with me. So there you go.
Baby, 2 cats. I don't even know if I can say this on the pod.
Cut that. I think we need a Patreon really quickly. Your boy is angry. Well, very angry.
That makes a fucking change, doesn't it?
It just took me an hour to do a 20-minute journey. I want to fucking kill myself.
Yeah, I completely relate.
I plan to get here, have some nice. I wanted my relaxation time. Wanted a bit of relaxation time.
Because anyone who spent more than 30 minutes with me knows that that's essential to handle being in my company.
And then I get here, and my mum's fucking just got back off holiday and chewing my ear off about a crab she saw. Like, I'm just...
Hey, usually it's me getting my ear chewed off about a crab you saw. Downstairs, pubic louse joke. I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Got any water, lad? Because it's fucking hot in here, mate.
I'm so done.
I was nearly killed on the way here, you know. Some cunt with a fucking Jesus fish on the back of the car, just fucking... A Jesus fish? You know the Jesus fish?
No.
The loaf of bread and the fish story, you know that? Jesus got a bunch of gimps. Oh, no, sorry. I think they were Jews, actually. I probably shouldn't call them gimps. I don't know. It will be New Testament. Jews don't believe in Jesus, so it wasn't Jews. I'm okay. He just basically fed the 5,000, didn't he, with a loaf of bread and some fish, and the Jesus symbol is like a rudimentary fish just drawn as one line, swooping around. Adam will slide it in here for those who... No, actually, that might flag us up if we have religious symbolism in the pod. Anyway, as you come...
because God forbid we don't make that £1.84 that we've been getting from each episode. That's...
God forbid. Oh, we're on fire today. Yeah. Mate. Steam coming off us.
Yeah, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back next week. I'm done already. I can't. I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Breathe. Yeah. Relax. It's okay. You've been looking after a dead cute dog.
Oh, the dog's a gobshite.
What are you on about? Whose dog is it?
It's Beth's friend's dog. And I should say our friends, but I don't think that we're friends anymore. This dog's a dickhead, bro. It's so cute, but it's a dickhead. Yeah. And I'm too autistic to process this dog. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Spider-Man meme when we look at each other. Like, it's so... Like, this dog's just so happy all the time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just so happy all the time and just so on and on the go and just fucking nipping and biting and shit. And I said to Beth the other day, she was like, do you have any idea how annoying it is just to have him constantly biting at you? It's doing my head in. And she went, yeah, I couldn't imagine living with that. She's like, you bit my arm 3 days ago. I was like, yeah, that's a fair point.
I thought she meant metaphorically, not like actually biting.
Yeah, no, I bit her.
Yeah.
She deserved it.
Did you just get excited and go like, yeah? I used to do that when I was drunk. I used to bite people on the head.
On the head?
Yeah, genuinely, like slobber and everything. Like, I don't know. It was just like, I was just dead excited.
Right.
Yeah. And luckily it was always close friends who handled it well.
Yeah, you'd hope so. It'd be so weird if you just went up to the bouncer.
Let me in, dickhead!
That's why you got thrown down the stairs that one time. Fucking hell. Yeah, the dog's a dickhead. It's so cute though, and it's really like we just got too much in common. We're too alike. Do you know what I mean? Not even about the cuteness, but like we're just
same hair.
Yeah, like worryingly so.
Yeah.
I'll slide a picture of the dog in here. It's been all over my Instagram.
Proper little curly Sue.
Yeah, man. We just, like I say, we've got too much in common. We're too alike. And, God, I just can't. I
can't hack it.
It's two of us, bro. It's all right with one of us, but it's both of us shitting on the floor. Like, it's a real...
Eating beige food.
Yeah.
That's not fit for human consumption.
Beth keeps shouting at me because I keep feeding it the wrong food, and apparently it's toxic and it will kill the dog. And
isn't it mad that? Well, apparently a dog...
Isn't it a grape?
A dog can eat raw mince, can't eat grapes or fucking onions.
Yeah.
Where's the logic in that? Do you not look at them, though? Do you not look like... I saw you put a picture in, you were editing pod yesterday. I know this is coming out a little while after, but you posted a story.
This is coming out in like fucking 8 years. Someone's going on holiday. Now I've been to the Fringe, and it's no longer about me. I'm just irritated that you're going away and causing all of this.
I'm so excited. And the thing is, though, I've been through it. I've been through the shoe being on the other foot, so right now I'm just fucking happy, joy, mate. There's light at the end of the toil.
Toil?
Yeah, well, that applies.
Light at the end of the toilet.
But yeah, I'm just there. Anyway, the dog was like sat dead cute while you were working away editing, right?
Yeah.
Don't you like, because I've just come away from a week dog sitting, because I live with my wife's mum and dad, which is well documented. When people need their belongings and possessions looked after, they just seem to go, oh, Rebecca and Liam don't have any, so they can come and fucking stay at ours for a bit. So we went and
Beth
lived
agreed
there.
to this. Sorry to interrupt. Beth agreed to this, and all she's done is put me off wanting to get a dog. She's like been trying to grind me down for fucking ages. Like I'm at home all day, just editing and stuff, and you know, when I do go out, it's only for a few hours, and then when I go to gigs, Beth's home. So like we could manage one. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Like why? What is it? That's old. Just before
responsibility. I'm struggling to keep myself alive, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to get another responsibility in my life.
How often is it getting fed?
What?
I'm assuming you're you just basically told me Bev's doing all of that.
I'm feeding it the wrong shit. She keeps shouting at me. It's doing me head in. I asked him,
the dog. Yeah. Hey mate, what do you usually
the other day? Could he have one of my Mullacanas? Obviously, we talked on the thingy about how the Mullacanas I've got. I was like, can he like lick the yogurt pot out and that, and I'll just eat the chocolate that's in it. And
imagine if I did that with the lube and my mate's dogs. Get that down.
Why is he so wet? Why is he so slippery? I'm just.
But when you're busy and they're chilling, do you not look at them and just think, I wish I was you? I wish I was a dog.
This is it, right? So the dogs, it's a problem because it takes me like 8 seconds to forget that it's a dickhead. So I'll see it in the corner. I'm like, oh my God, I need to go over and give it. And then I go to stroke it and he's like biting my hands and like
you've disturbed
with his fucking puppy teeth and that. No, he's not even, he's just excited. He's just so excited.
Is it a pup? Yeah.
Oh, mate, it's like a month old. I'm amazed that they've gone away.
Pup. Imagine if they had a kid. And after a month, they just went, mate, we're going
That's
Magaluf.
what I'm a bit concerned about, because they're absolutely great people, and they're going to have a child together. They're getting married next year. They're going to have a child together real soon. I'm a bit concerned they're going to go on holiday 2 weeks after it being born. I'll just be like, it's just what we need after the pregnancy. Like, do you know, like, I'm just a bit concerned I'm going to have an actual human being at some point. And there's oh, God.
No one tells you about puppy teeth, though, do they?
No,
because puppy teeth.
She didn't tell me.
Like
she
needles.
comes down and she goes, "Oh, by the way, if I can't be responsible if he chews all your shoes up. Anyway, I'll see you next week." So what the fuck are you talking about? You owe me £100 for my Air Force Ones. You owe me those.
Little parting statements. Yeah, man. Like, cause they're like needles, and they also don't understand. Whereas, like big dogs, obviously they've got sharp teeth, but they know the score about playing. Puppies are savage, mate. And you're training a pup, your hands
one
just
big
get
dog to another. I can say that. Right.
Woof woof. You one of them XL bullies, lad.
That's what I am. I've not even been paying attention to that argument, by the way.
I've just seen that it's an argument. That's all I really know. I mean, what do you think about the dangerous dogs thing?
So one of my old mates used to be one of those fucking losers on Facebook, like my dog Rex would never hurt a fly, and you're like, for fuck, I've met Rex. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And would he hurt a fly?
Oh mate, these dogs were dickheads. They were absolutely they're just so strong, and he just didn't train them. Yeah. So my argument is that if you're willing to train them and actually like make sure they're properly trained, because you see some of these videos, and I do get what everyone's saying, because some of these videos are super cute, and it's like, this dog would not hurt a fly because it's been trained and it's now got the same brain as a little tiny cockapoo or something. A cockapoo?
Is that a dog? Yeah, it's a mixed breed, isn't it? It's a Labrador and a Cocker Spaniel.
A cockatoo then. So I was like, is that a dog?
I fucked it up, sorry. It's a poodle and a Cocker Spaniel, a cockapoo. There we go.
Okay.
Well, you know.
Well, either way, like, they have the brain of that. They've been trained properly, and they're nice dogs. They're adorable. But then you've got these fucking idiots that are like, oh, my dog would never hurt a fly. He's only messing. He's all right. It's literally bit me finger off. Yeah, but he's just messing. What you want about? It just drives me fucking
But it's
crazy.
The people then, innit? That just highlights that it's the people that are the issue. I don't believe there's such a thing as a dangerous dog. I think that dogs were bred for specific behaviours, and it's mad when you see it. Like, if you see like a little Shih Tzu, you throw a ball for it or a toy, when they catch the ball, they'll go like and like shake their head. That's going to be in the fucking teaser, innit? They shake their head like that because those dogs were bred for like catching rats, so they'd break the rat's neck as soon as they got it in the mouth. So there is such thing as like bred behaviours, but I think like you said, any dog can be trained if the person who owns the dog puts the effort in. Yeah. And then surely if you've got an untrained dog that's like big and strong, that's on the owner, not the breed of dog. My mate had 2
staffies, and he never trained them. And I stopped going around to his house because I'd leave and I'd just be covered in fucking cuts and scrapes and stuff because he'd just dive on top of you. And then he ends up putting them in the fucking kitchen so he can play Call of Duty. And then the thing's just crying all day because he just locked it in a kitchen. I was like, I don't think this is the answer.
Yeah.
I don't think the answer is just to remove the dog from the premises while we sit and play the game. I think the answer is to train the dog so that he can sit and play the game with us. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the end goal.
Yeah.
I think that him just sort of being next to us and us playing
XL Bully with an Xbox controller.
Yeah, that was fun. When you have your brother and you just pretend that he's plugged in.
It's not even plugged in. The dog's just set up.
You
like
nailed
that.
it.
Yeah. Have you? So what's this dog's breed? What breed of dog is it that you're looking after?
I don't know. It's cockapoo, I guess.
Oh, it is a cockapoo.
A cavapoo. No, it's not a cavapoo. Cockapoo. And it's adorable, man.
It does look dead cute.
That's what I mean. Like, it keeps.
So I thought you'd be looking after Beth's mum and dad's when you said you were dog sitting.
Joe, what it's like? Let me tell you what it's like. It's like when you see a really attractive girl in the corner. And you go over to her.
Okay, I'm out. I've never done that.
You've never done that, no, of course.
Just stayed in the corner watching.
You go over there and you get to know her a little bit. You go on dates and you realise actually she wants to wear your skin. She's mentally ill, and do you know what I mean? Like, she's just not the right fit for you. And then a week passes, so you break up with her, and then a week passes, and then you see her post on Instagram, and you're like, oh, wow, God. And then you go, you slide in the DMs, and then instantly you realise that actually this is a problem.
Yeah.
And you should never have gone back. That's me with the dog. I'm sat there, he's looking adorable. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you later. I go over to the dog, and then it's trying to scratch me and hurt me and stuff. And
you and fucking dogs is a recurring like joke. I'm worried about it, but
well, it's like it's that thing, isn't it? Like, if I was fucking the dog, I would never mention it.
The perfect alibi, or is this a double bluff for you? Is this reverse psychology? Is this Aaron fucks dogs? Hashtag in the comments, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
this is going out in such a long time that I'm going to forget this is a thing as well.
Yeah, and you'll get it on Twitter. Fuck's sake. The dogs I were looking after, mate, were like, so my mate lives in a nice area. He's doing really well for himself. He's a middle class prick. Basically, he's not a prick. He's not a dick about it. Which mate's this? He's not a nice. I don't want to name him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards. But anyway, nice house. He's doing well. It was lovely staying there. In fact, it was too nice. It was really hard to go back to Beck's mum and dad's house in Anfield after a week there because, mate, every morning I'm waking up, windows open, sound of birds. It's amazing. This isn't a joke. This isn't for dramatic effect. This is what truly happened. As soon as we got back into mum and dad's house, Beck's mum and dad's house, we took all the stuff out the car, we put it in the house, we sat down for a second, and all we heard go past the open window was a scally clearing his throat. So we went from the sound of birds to... it was like, welcome home.
That's when I got back from Edinburgh, I literally got off the motorway and just like had to stop because a police chase was going past, and like I'm like, oh, I'm home. Yeah. I've come away from Edinburgh to fucking Oldham. It's horrible. I feel you for sure, man. It's absolutely amazing.
But these dogs have a life, mate, that I am jealous of. They basically they get fed. Well, I'm not jealous of this part. They're on a raw food diet, which was pretty minging for me. I wasn't keen on it.
Why were you eating it as well?
Yeah. Well, I thought, as a guest.
Waste that one, not.
And they have so they're on good diets. Like the coat's all good. They have a dog walker. So I work from home in my day job, and I was working, and he'd booked the dog walker for like Monday to Thursday. The dog walker just lets herself in. She's got a key. She lets herself in. It's like she's dead happy to see them, and they just go off with the little mate. They just trot out, and they come back fucking knackered. And they just chill all day, and then you take them out for a second, like, walk in the evening, and then they're chill, jokers, they're getting exercised all the time. And
imagine your mate did that to you. Like your mate just turned up.
Come on, mate. I'd be
took you out for the day.
It'd
be fucking class. It'd be so sick. Like if your mate just turned up unannounced, you were like, "Fuck it, are we going out? We're going out." Oh my god, just like yesterday to the same park. Ah!
You're gonna throw the ball. You're gonna throw the ball. It'd be sick. That's what I mean. I want their life. But I do really feel for the dog they've had the longest. I love him. I've known him for years. I used to spend a lot of time
leg's gone on that.
Going around. What?
Back leg's gone.
No, it's not. That's not right. I feel sorry for him. He's still like in his prime. His name's Logan. He's named after Wolverine. How fucking sick is that?
Oh, mate, don't get me started.
He's a fox red, but it suits him. It's a good name. He's a fox red Labrador. Or Logie Bear is, right? And he's a beautiful dog. Joe, what you've just described about that dog being a nutter, that is not Logan. Logan will have his walk, you'll throw the ball, you'll knacker him out, and then he'll just chill all day. Super affectionate. Will come and nudge your legs for a little stroke, and then
Logan's not 6 hours old. That's the difference between this fucking puppy, isn't it?
When he was a pup, he's been just laid back. Sometimes people are just before I was going.
Right, do you know
it's not the dog, it's the person, and now I'm going. This dog was born good.
Do you know like when we've had guests on this and they've called you fat? and I sit there and I'm like, don't fucking call him fat. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm allowed to do it. You're not allowed to call my fucking mate at home a nutter.
Oh yeah, so did I do that?
You called him a nutter.
Did I just do
Don't
that?
start comparing my mate at home to your Logan.
It was a little like...
Yeah, I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to say that. But you've not met him. He's not yours to take the piss out of.
All right, I'm sorry. What's his name?
Don't.
Go on, what's his name? So you skitted Logan and his name.
Yeah, so I've skitted this dog for his name, to be fair. And I've told Jess, the owner of said dog, that I am going to try to get him to not know his name and give him a different name in the time that I gone. Yeah. This dog's called Twix.
Okay. That's straight up adorable. Wouldn't want to be shouting that in the street.
Well, the reason for it, I do
adorable.
Get it. The reason for it is because
Twix, my heart's melting the more I think about it. What's going on? I don't get like this with babies. But dogs, I just go, oh, well, saying that if you told me your baby was called Twix, I'd walk in the other
direction. Wait till you hear the reason as well, which is like, imagine they'd done the same thing for a baby. But basically, she was scrolling on Facebook one day and it came up as like a little meme and it was like, the name of your first dog is the last thing you ate, and she just had a Twix. So imagine she'd done that for a baby. That's hilarious. So I get it. There's not a lot of creativity there, but it's been something that she tagged her boyfriend in it like 5 years ago. It's just been a running thing, so now the dog's called Twix. I was furious because I think any dog with a human name is the most hilarious thing in the world. And like, as a stand-up comic, no other comedian that I've ever seen will ever make me laugh more than like a dog named Jeffrey. Like, I think it's...
My old driving instructor had a cat called Hank McFarland.
Amazing.
He gave him a surname as well, just a normal person.
I love when they called like Sir something. Sir Roger the dog. Do you know what I mean? Like, so Beth's got a fucking mate at the yard where she like keeps the horses and stuff. I think I've mentioned about the horses' names and stuff. But she introduced me to a dog the other day. Goes, oh, this is Beryl.
Beryl
the dog mate.
How old was Beryl?
Oh, I don't know. But like,
it's an old dog's name.
Yeah, but it's hilarious. So even when they're a puppy, Beryl the dog, it's fucking adorable, man. And then there was one called Vivian as well. Like, apparently his old dog was called Vivian, because I was like going mad for the fact this dog was called Beryl. He was like, yeah, no, the last dog was called Vivian. I was like, that's so good.
I backed that.
So good.
My mate had a French bully called, not French, are they French bulldogs? Yeah, French bully called Jean-Pierre. Sick.
Class. Yeah, me and Beth, when we were in Tenerife, we wanted to get, they had like fucking horrible, mate. They had little dogs at the side of the road and he was like selling them for like €20. Like, just obviously been bred in captivity and all this sort of shit. In captivity? I don't know if that's the right
all
word.
Dogs are in captivity, just some love it.
Yeah. But like, he just had him in a crate and he had like 9 of them and was just like €20, you can have one. And we were so close to getting one, but then obviously it's supply and demand. If we buy one, he's just going to get more, like, so the less people buy them, the less they get bred for it. So we didn't bother, but we were like, oh my God, little Jose, the Spanish dog.
Name. Yeah, that's it.
Little Carlos,
to it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Little Carlos, the dog, right? It's so adorable. Yeah. Sorry, go on. You were saying.
I was just saying, we mate, Jean-Pierre, JP tragically passed, and they got another French bully called him Claude.
Class.
Same guy was on the hunt for an English bull terrier.
Dave.
No, he was going to call him Graham.
Which is,
but so it's the same. This is me making
Graham though. That's class.
It's class. So I backed that.
Spencer, I had the idea for today as well for this dog
that's
at home.
Cute. He shoots it. I can picture it. What's he called? So he's called Twix because that was the last thing
she ate at the time. Yeah.
Good job.
Which is mad.
Getting
like,
BJ's regularly. I call him
imagine like, imagine she just had like a fucking spaghetti bolognese. That's a fucking mouthful.
My dog's called Spag Bol. Hey, that'd suit the Spag Bol. Would suit that dog though with all the curlies.
Lasagna.
Maddest name for an animal ever. I don't even know if I can say this on the pod.
Cut that. I think we need a Patreon really quickly.
Put that behind a paywall. So my sweet darling,
oh my God,
Logie boy, has had a really blessed life for years, and then recently they got a second dog called Hattie, who's a golden retriever. Well, she's a retriever,
Preston.
but she's white. Mate, Hattie Preston is only the second Hattie I ever met. Like, this Hattie was the first.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
More facts with Liam after these few messages.
The name Aaron has 2 A's in front, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So Hattie the dog is a retriever, but like white, like pure white. And she's a lovely dog, but I feel for Logan because she's chill with humans. She walks nice. She's good on her walks. But, like, when Logan's just chilling, do you know the way this dog wants to play with you? She'll just decide it's go time, it's play time, and she'll be fucking pecking his head, biting at him, scratching him. Well, man's just trying to chill, do you know what I mean? She'll start like fighting with him, but then she'll start backing up that booty underneath him, like and he's had his balls off. He doesn't know how to react. His body's just kicking in, and he's getting on her. But he's like, she's my sister. She's my sister. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. That's sad.
I was going to my mate. I was like, you thought you were getting him a sister. You've got him a fucking wife. She's just pecking his head all the time. He's trying to chill. She's on at him constantly. When we're on a walk and you throw the ball, Logan dead happy will go fetch the ball. She'll bark and then go fetch Logan, get her teeth in him there, and like drag him along to you, mate. It's insane, and he's such a good boy. He just takes it. And I was messaging me mate. I don't want to be a dick like, oh, your dog's being a dick, because she wasn't. She was a nice dog, but she was specifically being a bit of a dick to Logan. So I was like, is this normal? And my mate was like, yeah, sometimes I whisper in Logan's ears that I'm sorry for the life we used to have and what I've taken from him.
Yeah, he could have been living the fucking life of Riley right there. He would have been amazed.
Oh, has he got fucked by another dog on the last day? I'm worried me. I've left my mate with pups. Is that bad? Is that bad if you're on a beach and you're watching your mate's dog getting absolutely blasted and you'd like hesitate to run over and do something about it? I don't want to get jizzed on. She got fucked by another retriever called
dog's
Woody.
Jizz?
Woody, it was called.
The dog's jizz?
Yeah, dog's jizz. Are you messing?
How do you know? Like, you shouldn't be this aware.
I've lived.
Oh, God.
Oh, mate.
If you had to fuck a dog, what breed are you going?
A big one. The little ones, I'd worry about the internal damage. I'm not having this conversation.
No, you have to fuck a dog. You got to pick a breed. What dog are you going
I'm not
with?
having this conversation.
Have the conversation.
I've just said a big one.
Yeah, but like what breed? A big one's not.
A little.
You can't go German Shepherd, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to affect the poor animal less, innit? My dick's not going to fucking touch the sides of a German Shepherd, but a Chihuahua, it's coming out the front. You know, I don't want to cause damage, mate. I'm thinking, if this is a scenario where I have to commit, I'm thinking about the animal.
It's funny as well, because like Chihuahuas are often in a handbag, aren't they? So you just have to fuck a woman's handbag.
It's essentially a fleshlight. It is, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. This made
this. No, but like there is certain breeds that are cuter than others and that, aren't there?
What are you saying? Like, what are you saying? What are you saying, fam?
I'm not going with like a fucking, a Rottweiler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like the fucking scally of the dog world, I think.
Yeah.
As cute as some of them can be.
Yeah.
Like that's the.
Yeah, what, you got cute as some of them can be, like the odd fucking Rottweiler with a pair of juicy couture joggers on.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, yeah, it's all right.
Like a Rottweiler gives off the vibe that it's going to be outside your house going, you're a fucking slag. It's got that sort of.
Yeah.
Leave my fella alone. Like a Rottweiler gives off big vibes like that. Whereas like a normal, like I don't know, like a cockapoo, for instance, they're just like, honestly, I wish.
Don't ask me which dog I'd fuck, and then name the dog that is currently in your house being looked after. That is sus. That is sus. I'm just saying, mate. Paul.
I like me Twixies. That's what I'm saying.
Have a bro. That's Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Paul O'Grady wouldn't approve of this. God rest his soul.
He might approve of it, which is probably why he loves dogs so much.
For the love of dogs.
Yeah.
Had a double meaning.
Yeah,
I'm not going to speak, mate. I'm not from Birkenhead. I'm from Wallasey. Paul O'Grady was from Birkenhead. The people of Birkenhead grieve for Paul O'Grady. It was on the news.
As they should. He was a hero.
Mate, fucking outside the Birkenhead pyramids, candlelight vigil.
What was his Lily Savage, wasn't it?
Lily Savage, yeah. I feel like I know him more for that.
Why was she a savage, though? Because she fucked dogs. You know what I mean?
No, I think it was the...
You've got to read between the lines.
Cutting comments that she made.
Oh.
Yeah, God forbid we make jokes on a comedy podcast when they're factually inaccurate.
God damn it, Liam. There was me thinking we could have a laugh. My bad.
Oh, you asked about dog jizz. I've not got a dog jizz story, but I've got another story. This is bad, I'm not going to name the mates because the mate who it happened to did not respond very well. So 3 of my mates were on a night out and they get back to one of their houses they're staying at is. And this mate had a beautiful little Patterdale Terrier, the tiny dogs, called Jerome. Right?
Patterdale Terrier?
Patterdale, you never seen a Patterdale? Look it up. They are cute. Not right this... Oh, no, if you want to.
I'll look it up now.
Just
Don't you fucking dare tell me what to do.
Tiny little dogs.
Patterdale Terrier.
Yeah, called Jerome. And he was, to be honest, he was quite the grouch. He was lovely when he was one-on-one, but if there was a group of people around, he'd be like, what y'all doing in my house? He wasn't.
Patterdale Terrier. Smash.
Well, it could fit in your handbag, which seems to be your criteria. So, Jerome, they get in.
Jerome.
They get in from a night out.
Bet he was packing heat.
Well, they get in from a night out, and Jerome comes in to say hello, and they're a bit pissed that this probably isn't good for the dog. But two of them pick up the dog. And he's just so little and light. One picks up his front legs, the other picks up his back legs. And they're just going, hello, because they're happy to see him. But they're drunk, they're being a bit obnoxious. The dog's getting a bit wound up. They're like, pick him up. They're going, hello, Romy. You know, like picking him up like that.
Don't ever do that voice again.
And I'm like that as well. So like they're
Milking
like that, cow. Front legs and back legs, lifting him up. My other mate gets underneath and starts going, underneath the dog, taking the piss. But the two holding the legs drop him. I drop him. And that mate was not best pleased. That was like...
Is this what we're talking about with like the social conscious?
Yeah, that's not
my
okay
instinct,
now.
My
that wasn't okay then.
Was to laugh, and I literally went, "Oh no,
I've got a career." You were like, "But the career." This was allegedly. I wasn't there. There was no witnesses. I can't comment. Oh, sorry to go ham on the fucking dog thing, but this fucking pissed me off. I went to a dog festival a couple months back with my mate Kizzy.
You're fucking obsessed with dogs, you.
I mean, it's just been the topic of conversation, but
for 30 minutes. How long's it been?
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Just real quick, I've got to be in Hull for like 7:45, and so I don't know how long. I'm gonna have to literally run out of here when we're done.
That's sad.
This is I'm quick. Just gonna check to see when what time it's gonna get me there. It says it'll get me there at 7:50 if I leave now, and I've got to be there at 7:45. So that's concerning. Carry on. That's real concerning.
The longest story ever.
I'll keep him updated, and it'll be okay.
We should be fine. We'll power through.
Yeah.
I don't want to shortchange these.
No, yeah, this is it's all the way in Hull, and the fee's not worth it. Let's carry on.
And he's saying that confidently because this will be well after that gig.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. This will be way after I've bombed, and I'm not getting booked again anyway, so it's fine.
So I went to a dog festival. We took Buddy, which is Beck's mum and dad's dog. Yeah.
Fucking hell, these losers and the way they name their dogs.
Name. I mean,
but it's a dickhead dog name.
My dog is called Scamp. But yeah, no, I can't. I like those names, but I agree. I've changed. If I was to have a dog now, I would give them a full name. I'm not just being a little beta. I think it's good when a dog has a name like.
I just think
Bill.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's
really fun.
Yeah, I was won over with Jean-Pierre. As soon as that happened, I was like, that's what's got to happen.
Mate, we were literally like when we were going to get this Spanish dog, we spent the rest of the holiday planning its name, and we never ended up getting it. But like, we had so many Spanish names locked up. Like, oh man, it was
Jaime.
Huh?
Never heard Jaime before?
No.
It's literally how Jamie is said in Spanish. Mad, innit? They pronounce the J's with a so it's Jaime.
Oh, right.
Yeah. See,
the factual, mate,
Duolingo. Yeah, sorry. Got a dog festival. We go with Buddy, and like me mate Kizzy takes his dog Moose, and you go around stands. It was boss, you know. If you're into dogs, check out Dogfest. It's boss. They have like dogs swimming. They have like demos and stuff. It is cool.
I'm gonna clip the bit where we go. Where I ask you which dog you'd fuck, and then just straight after you're like, to be fair, it is boss. If you're into dogs, definitely. That's boss.
And it is good. You go on like a bit. It's in Tatton Park, which if you've ever been, it's not far from here, is it? Really, it's like this way. And anyway, it's Tatton Park's like a nice country park. They've got deer. You go on a big, massive dog walk. And after the dog walk, we're knackered. We get some food and we're chilling. Rebecca's off at a stand. I go get a coffee. Kizzy goes sits down with the dogs. As I'm walking over to Kizzy and the dogs after getting my coffee, walk over, this black lab just bounds at me, bolting in at me, and I don't know how to react. I've got 2 cups of coffee in my hand. I'm like, I don't know what's going to go on. Jumps on me, but as soon as it jumps up on me, it like just turns around and legs it, like runs away. And the owner went, sorry, she thought you were her dad. So she thought that I look.
You're not black.
I look no. People are dog dads and dog mums, aren't they? Yeah. Which I think's mad because, like, if you have kids, does that mean the dog's your fucking brother and sister? It just gets weird, doesn't it? But yeah, she was like, she thought you looked like a dad. Sorry about that. And I was like, no, it's fine. So sit down with Kizzy. We're having our coffee. And then I see this dog's dad come over. And Kizzy looked at me and he went, that dog thought you look like him, and that fella looks like Smegma if it could wear clothes. He was the worst looking dude I've seen in my life. I was fucking fuming at this dog. It probably came up to me and smelt that I did not smell a shit. And it was like, no, you're not him. And fucked right out. I was offended.
Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it? I get like that when, like, if a dog doesn't like you, do you know what I mean?
It's never happened to me.
No, I know, but like, it's like you start to really doubt yourself. Like what you're saying here, this dog thought a dog's opinion means way more to me than anyone else's opinion ever.
And if
like,
it bounds over to you and then fucks off instantly, you're
you're like, bro, what did I do? What did I say? You know, and I just end up, like, if I go around to someone's house, they've got a dog and it's showing me no attention, I will spend the entire night just like peacocking, trying to get the dog to like
win
me.
it over. Yeah.
Like I'm probably going too far the other way. I'm like a fucking like virgin that's desperately trying to get laid. Do you know what I mean? I'm like fucking just like come with me. It's just like,
it's like, a virgin like flapping.
No, it's peacocking, isn't it? Yeah. So it's like I'm just like desperately trying to get this girl's attention. So I'm like breakdancing in the corner, hoping he'll notice me. You know what I mean?
Looking at you like, what are you doing in my kitchen, lad?
Yeah, it's like when you hold a baby and it cries and you're like, fuck.
See, I'm not that bothered about that because I don't feel comfortable. Like,
no, yeah,
so I'm happy to go.
Yeah, the same.
But with a dog, I feel like I can win them over. So I'm gutted if that ever happens, which it doesn't because I'm sick with dogs.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog nonce like you.
I'm too tall a lot of the time. People fucking like some dogs like fucking Beth's dog took like a year to get used to me. Because like, mate, the dog, literally. So her dad's like 5'9", something like that. So
that's
and like
my
the dog,
height, like no.
That's what I'm saying, which is why you like these dogs like you. But like this dog was like, you got to imagine this dog's this fucking big, right? It's so this high off the floor.
Jack Russell.
Yeah, it's a tiny little thing, and like you say, proper looking up. Like I'm like 6'3", just above 6'3". So like this dog, it's like this fucking man mounted, like, oh hello there, like he's fucking. It's like actual ogre.
Like how you made yourself sound like that.
No, have you not seen the ogre meme? The Shrek? Oh, hello there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No.
So just this massive fucking like thing.
Gangly fuck.
So like the first 100 times I met the dog, I had to get like dead low so that like I had to just lie on the floor.
It was just
and
looking
stuff.
at you trying to figure out what limbs do what.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Why's your cock out? I don't worry about it.
Well, we all know what that limb does. Fuck all. Right, you got any features? You got to get to Hull.
I've got to get to Hull. God damn it, get me to Hull. Right, super quick. I'm not even going to give you options. We'll just dive straight in with this. This one says, am I the arsehole for evicting my long-standing tenants? I, 38 female, bought a 4-bedroom house in semi-rural Buckinghamshire.
That's right.
It's a long, but I feel like it's just such. Why is it called that?
Because it's Tory as fuck, innit? The more syllables, the more Tory. So actually, tell that to Stratford. No, Stratford-upon-Avon is nice. I'm in Stoke-on-Trent. Anyway, go on.
I, 38 female, bought a 4-bedroom house in semi-rural Buckinghamshire when I was 23. It was a lovely big house, but the town was not fun for a 23-year-old. I always said I'd love it if I were 40 with kids, but it wasn't I always said I'd love it if I were 40 with kids, but it wasn't a great place for someone in their 20s. When I was 26, I put the house on the rental market and moved to London, where I lived for 2 years before moving to Australia. I found a lovely family to rent the house, a husband and wife, both in their mid to late 40s, with 1 child, no pets, and respectable jobs. Rent was always paid on time, the estate agent always had good reports from inspection visits, and we never heard any complaints from neighbours. Fast forward 14 years later, they're still living there. I've been travelling the world full time for some years, spent the pandemic in Australia, then resumed travelling post-lockdown. I'm now ready to return home, so I informed my estate agent that I want to break the contract and have them move out in 3 months' time. 2 months more notice than I'm obligated to give. The tenants were surprised to hear I was coming back and tried to ask if I was coming to live with my family. The agent brushed off the question and told them to vacate in 3 months and that they can help find alternative accommodation. Tenants texted me directly to ask the same question, and I replied, haha, no husband or kids in tow, just ready to set roots again, looking forward to being home. I got a text calling me selfish for kicking them out of their home for nearly 15 years. Am I the arsehole?
This is probably one of the toughest ones you've ever asked, because I'm trying to separate how I feel emotionally from logic, right? And I also, it doesn't help that I'm biased. Can I just stop you right there?
Yeah. I feel so passionate about this that I think I may throw this bottle at your head if you disagree with me.
I instantly think that's that family's home. They've lived there for 14 years. And I hate landlords, having been, I've, contrary to popular belief, I have lived on my own and paid a lot of rent, and I've
hate landlords. What, your wife's mum and dad?
Who let me live there for fuck all. No, but I mean, like, I've been a student, mate, renting student houses where that landlord's taking 4 fees off the people living there, and I do hate them, but also a lot of it comes from jealousy. Hate's a strong word, and I'm like, they're making like a really good passive income, and I'm jealous of that. I'd love to be in the position to make that money and own those properties. And
here's how I feel about it.
I'll just quickly say, they have given more than the contractual notice. They've not, I don't think on paper, done anything wrong. It's just really shitty, but at the end of the day, it's their property.
Yeah. So here's how I feel about it. If I separate my dislike for fucking landlords and these gobshites that own 17 houses. I did a gig recently and I got chatting to this fucking 70-year-old bloke on the front row, and I said, are you still, it wasn't 70s, like in his 60s or whatever, 50s. And I said, what does he do? And he said, I'm semi-retired. I was like, oh, sick, okay, how's that work? Are you just sort of part-time or what? And he goes, no, I own a bunch of houses. And I went, oh, sick, how many houses do you own? And he said, 14. I was like, so everything in me not to throw the mic stand at his head. I was sat there like 14 fucking houses, and straight away he's like, excuse me, I worked hard. And it's like, yes, but now the people renting your house for more than your mortgage costs are going to have to work extremely hard to never own a house in their fucking life. Yeah. The issue is here is not necessarily with this person. I don't really like what she's done, but ultimately she's lived an extremely privileged life. She was able to buy a fucking 4-bedroom house at 23 years old. Maybe she came into inheritance. Maybe her family are loaded. Maybe she did fucking just get the dream job at 18, save loads, and was able to do it. We don't know. We don't know her state. Point is, she's in a super privileged position, and she was able to go, oh, fuck it, I'll just go traveling and just let them rent this house. Yeah. The issue isn't necessarily with her. It's with the fucking rental market in the sense of like, there's no rights. There's no rights for these fucking people. They've lived there for nearly 15 years, and this woman can just go, I'm a bit bored of Australia now. So I'm just gonna come home and also get out. I know you've paid. I know you've funded my traveling for the last 15 years.
I'm petty enough. I want to wait. Just how much do you reckon? 14 years worth of mortgages.
Well, you've got to imagine that someone's rent is always more than the mortgage.
35 years.
If the house I live in, if I rented it out, I would be able to get like 300 quid more than my mortgage costs, which is completely fucking insane. Because it's not even the case of like people that are renting can't afford, like they won't get accepted. They need this massive deposit, but like it's proven that they can afford this house because they're renting it for more than it would cost on a mortgage. Yeah. All they need is that 25 grand deposit, that 20 grand, 15 grand deposit, whatever it is. And it's I fucking hate it so much, man. Because I've been lucky enough to be able to. I worked since I was like 17 as a barber and stuff, and I never had any debts. I didn't go into uni and stuff like that, and Beth was able to live at home and stuff. So I've worked enough to be able to get a deposit together. So many people never fucking had that. Maybe their parents died young and stuff like that, and they've just straight away had to go out and rent, and they've never been like, we're paying the mortgage. I couldn't afford to save anything. Yeah. So if I was renting this house, I would never own one ever. Yeah. So I hate the whole fucking thing. The issue isn't necessarily with this girl here. It's just with the way that like the fucking renters have no rights whatsoever, and they can live there. They can call it home. It is her house, and she like the fact that like she's only obligated to give 30 days notice is fucking insane. Yeah. These people are like, they said that in the couple in their 40s. I always say I'd love it if hang on, where are we up to here? I found a lovely family to rent the house, a husband and wife, both in their mid to late 40s with one child, no pets. This is 14 years later. These are like 55 years old, and they've got 3 months to just fucking get their entire life.
It's insane.
And like, they're not in a 1-bedroom flat. They're in a 4-bedroom house. They've got a house. So that to try and find like for like is going to be fucking impossible. And I hate it, man. And these fucking buy-to-let gobshite landlords that are just making it like less houses and more fucking expensive. So you end up living with 9 other people. I genuinely, there's few things I feel more passionately about.
If we've got any who listen to the podcast though, congratulations on your success.
I understand why people do it. It's the fact that they shouldn't be allowed to. Because if I'm being honest, I'd like to be able to have this passive income so I could just like what you're saying.
It's a jealousy thing too. But I do I share your views, and I do use words like hate and despise. But then at the end of the day, some of them are people who've been gifted money from a very privileged life, and then been set up with a good start. Others have worked really hard, and others are both. You know, they're privileged and they've worked hard. I feel like if I met an individual and got to know them, it is more just jealousy, but it's the principle, and that's where I back you. Like I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had 4 landlords, and that's not including Beck's mum and dad. Because I've had 4 landlords, right? The first 2 were in uni houses, and they're the worst, mate, because they charge students for a shit room in shit areas. I lived in Kenny in Liverpool, which is rough as fuck. The houses are a shithole. And if you need any work doing on them houses, they're so reluctant and they take forever to get it done. And it's like, you're fucking messing. I'm paying your mortgage and then some, and you can't even like find the money in your pocket to get the work done. Fucking get it done. And then, but I had one guy who was the fucking a gem, mate, the goat. So good.
What did they do? Just treat you like a human.
Treated us like humans.
It's mad, isn't it?
Was dead understanding. If any issues, he'd sort it straight away. He'd be there. We got
his job as a landlord. Yeah,
we got robbed
mad,
once.
Isn't it?
Someone broke in. We got robbed. When I say someone broke in, my mate's girlfriend left the balcony open. I mean, I'm not blaming anybody, but we got robbed.
But they wouldn't have got in largely if she didn't leave the door open. So yeah,
we got robbed. Oh god, there's a little side note on that. I know that you're dead busy to get out.
Yeah,
but
I've literally. We're gonna have to wrap this up like super quick.
I'm nearly
it says
done.
I'm gonna get there at 8:05, and I'm on at 10 past. Like, it's really bad.
It was my mate Richard, right? His bike and his TV got robbed, and they're his life. That's everything to him. They got robbed. So as soon as we found out we'd been robbed and everything's empty, he hops over the balcony and just starts legging it, right? And we're like, where the fuck's Richard? We call the police and everything. When he comes back, while he was running, it was like late night in Liverpool in town, and some pissed fella was like, what's the rush, mate? He had a kebab in his hand, and Richard just gives him a brief rundown and like, have you seen anyone? And this fella goes, I'll help you. And Richard's like, Richard goes, if you can keep up.
Fucking rent a superhero here.
Richard goes, if you can keep up. Richard starts bobbing it. This fella legs it after him, trips over, drops his kebab. Richard leaves him lying there. This hero who was willing to help him, Richard leaves him lying on the floor with his kebab all over the place. Like, fuck you, Superman. See you later.
That's the worst fucking person that could ever try and help you ever, though, isn't it? Like, you,
piss
like
fella with a kebab
going,
in
I'll
hand.
help you. He's like, no, mate. I think you'll slow me down largely. You're like the Dory in this Finding Nemo movie. I think you're gonna make it more difficult for me.
Whilst we were getting robbed as well, me and Rebecca were talking about our new house we were going to move into, and we were putting things in order because it was only a couple months before we were moving out, and we were talking about home insurance, and I was literally saying it was a con as we were getting robbed.
Amazing.
You can't write that.
Amazing.
As we were getting robbed, I'm going, don't bother with home insurance, it's a con.
You've also got really fast reflexes. So there you go.
Baby, 2 cats.
I'm gonna have to bounce really quickly because I'm desperate to get to Hull. It just keeps going up and up the fucking time, and it says I'm gonna get there at 10 past.
That's sound.
It said an hour and 50. It's saying 2 hour 40. It's just a fucking disaster.
But yeah, that was a really tough one. That's the toughest one I think you've ever done. Some people won't think it's tough at all.
There's more I'd like to say about it, but I literally just don't fucking have time. Because I've got to go and work so I can afford to pay my bills, which is fucking insane, isn't it? The irony.
I don't. I've got no property.
Well, thank you so much for watching. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a like, comment on the video, all that good shit. There's a Patreon coming soon. We fucking love you. And if you do own houses, then please let us live in them because we don't have anything. We'll see you again. Bye.